Picture two people on their 50th birthday. One earned an ordinary salary their whole life. The other earned 3 times as much. One of them is free now. Work is optional. The choices are open. The other still can't stop because stopping isn't something they can afford. Here's the part that should bother you. The free one is the ordinary earner. The one still trapped at the desk is the high earner. Same 30 years of work, opposite endings. And the size of the paycheck told you nothing about which was which. We're told the road to wealth is simple: earn more. But a big income is the easiest thing in the world to spend. I've spent 13 years inside Nordic financial services. And the thing that surprised me wasn't how many people got rich. It was how many people earn beautifully and reach 50 with almost nothing saved. Not reckless people, doctors, managers, engineers, good incomes, no wealth. So today, no stock picks, just the quiet reason a great salary fails, and the one thing that actually decides it. Start with the confusion underneath all of it. We use one word, money, for two completely different things. Income is what flows in. Wealth is what you keep, and what that kept money quietly grows into. They're barely related. You can have a huge income and no wealth. You can have a modest income and real wealth. The number on your payslip doesn't tell you whether you're building anything. It only tells you how much is passing through your hands on its way somewhere else. Here's the mechanism that does the damage, and it's almost invisible. Every time the income goes up, the spending goes up to meet it. A raise becomes a nicer car. A bonus becomes a bigger apartment, a better holiday. And it always feels earned, because it was. You worked for it. But the gap between what comes in and what you keep never actually widens. You're running faster in the same place. The cruel twist is that the more you earn, the more there is to spend. So the high earner often keeps a smaller share than someone on half the money. The leak doesn't shrink as you climb, it grows with you. And this is where a leak turns into a real loss. Think back to the last video. Money needs decades to compound, and most of the growth arrives right at the end. So the high earner who spends through their 30s and 40s isn't only failing to save. They're burning the one thing money can't buy back: time in the market. Remember our saver from last time, putting $200 a month away from 25. By 50, they've got decades of compounding already behind them. The high earner who finally starts at 45 has a few years. No salary closes that gap. You can out-earn almost anyone and still lose to the person who simply started earlier. The trap is a single sentence, and almost everyone who ends up here said it. I'll start investing properly when I earn a bit more, when the mortgage is smaller, when things calm down. But the income rose and the saving never did, because the plan was tied to a feeling, the feeling of enough. And enough never arrives on its own. There is no salary where spending quietly decides to stop climbing. Waiting to feel ready is the decision. It just never looks like one. So here's the honest part. The high earner who stays broke usually isn't weak or careless, often the opposite. Disciplined enough to build a career, a reputation, a hard-won skill. The discipline is real. It's just aimed at the work, not at the money. And that's the whole clue. If the most disciplined people still land here, then the answer was never more discipline. It's structure. The people who built real wealth on the very same income didn't white-knuckle their spending. They moved the money before they could feel it, invested first, lived on what was left. So the building happened whether they were in the mood or not. Same salary. The only thing that changed was the order things happened in. So hold on to one picture, two people at 50, one free, one trapped, and the paycheck told you nothing about which was which. Income is the water coming through. Wealth is whether you ever built anything to catch it. most high earners never built the catch. Here's the whole thing in one line. A high income doesn't build wealth. A system does. A high income just makes a missing system more expensive. You don't need to earn more to get out of this. You need to keep some of what already flows through your hands automatically before it turns into one more thing you didn't really need. Invest first. Live on the rest. Let the part you are never going to do by willpower just happen by default. The fix isn't earning your way out. It's structure, and it's the same structure at any number on the payslip. I'm the Nordic money builder. This is education, not financial advice. But if you earn well and quietly suspect you've got little to show for it, this might be the most important one on the channel for you. Next time, the system itself. How to pay yourself first, so completely, you never even see the money, and never have to feel disciplined again.